G'day folks, welcome back to the channel for episode 29 of our Aether Pets Ritualist playthrough. Where last time we did the first half of Ashes of Malmo, got up to, I believe we got to Barrowholm. Yep, we did. And collected some loot. Now, between episodes I've sold off all the garbage, and I'm gonna blow these up. But actually, before I do that, stop talking to me. Before I do that, I want to show something that it took me a long time to discover this. You can actually craft dynamite, so you don't have to go farm it if you don't want to. Now, how many Aether Crystals do I have? I've got 136. So, this blacksmith specifically will let you craft dynamite. Actually, it's Aether Shards. Okay, I was thinking it was Aether Crystals. Regardless, I'm going to hang on to 3, and I'm going to craft a bunch of dynamite. You can also, Aether Shards, you can craft Aether Shards, so, I mean, technically you can craft dynamite out of Aether Crystals. You just have to do an extra step. So, with that said, let's blow this up. See what we get. Scrap is not ideal. Scrap and brain matter, more scrap, and more scrap. Okay. Not awful, but not amazing. 26 scrap is a decent haul. I'm just going to bank that, and then we will head on back to Barrowholm. I'm going to collect that as well. So this is a tonic of reshaping, resets your attributes. So if, for example, you happen to find, well, I don't know, an offhand that requires 1,000,000 spirit, and you've got all of your points into physique, you can use this potion and maybe move some of those points around. Right, so Barrowholm. We're going to go in and talk to Skorv, or Skarv, I think it's Skorv, and we're going to join the side of the cannibals. One day I'm going to do a playthrough where I fight them, but not today. There's a couple of really cool builds that I have in mind to do that, but I've already got 2 series going on. I can't really start a 3rd one. Or can I? No, I'm not going to. Right, so remain friendly with Skorv, and he will send you out to do quests for the townspeople. So Tyvold here will pick his quest up, and also Jordith Evelyn here. So the quests we've just picked up was to rescue the townspeople, or sorry, rescue the villagers, travelers. Rescue travelers and to fix the wards. So that's what we're going to do. So one of the wards is directly north from the town, and the other 2 are more sort of southeast. But we're also going to go do the mine. The mine is a wonderful magical place where sometimes the quest just doesn't work, or you forget to step on one particular patch of ground and so a group of mobs doesn't spawn, and so the game says, you haven't killed enough of these crabs, go do it again. At which point you can either go back to the cave and try and find the one particular spot of rock you didn't stand on to spawn it, or you can reset your session and do it again. But fingers crossed, and I've had a pretty good run of this, fingers crossed we don't have to do that. Okay. Once you've rescued the travelers up the top here, there's literally no point being up here, so we just head into the mine. So we'll head that way. Ooh, time warped. I'm definitely going to kill him. Unfortunately, it didn't drop us a new Bound Wraith. That's fine. The Bound Wraith we have is honestly good enough to get us all the way to 100. If I found a better one, I would obviously try and use it, but I have a feeling the spirit requirements would be off the charts, as it were. Right, so we're in here trying to kill, I think these stone shells, I forget exactly which one it is, but it's one of the yellow crabs. And the way to do it, you can go and do the first quest and then turn it in and he'll send you back out here and you'll have stars on your map. Or you could just do it while you're out here and then you won't have a star on your map, but actually I'm not even 100% sure you get stars on your map for this. Regardless, just do it now, and then it's done. You don't have to worry about it. Did we go down that way? Okay. Nothing spawns on that bridge as far as I'm aware. So we'll just walk around, try and go pretty much everywhere, kill pretty much everything. It's not going to be the end of the world if I have to do the cave again, but it will be slightly frustrating. We'll see what happens. As I said, I've had a pretty good run recently with this place being pretty good about not hiding or not missing too many of the items. In this cave you will find a guaranteed... That's not guaranteed, but I do want it. You will find a guaranteed dynamite in here. There is also a treasure trove which can spawn here, as well as a few other locations, which I'll be sure to hit. So the loot in here is okay. You have to come here for a quest anyway, and yeah, just make sure down here there's some crabs in the ground. I don't think either of those was a yellow one, but it's quite easy to miss a couple of the crabs. So regardless, we are going to continue through the cave, trying to step pretty much everywhere. That I don't think anything spawns up there. We'll find out, I guess, when I get to the end and discover if I've killed enough. This is your guaranteed dynamite. There is a wall here which has some loot behind it, which, yep, as usual, nothing interesting. The scrap piles can also have dynamite in them as well. And I can't remember exactly where it is, but somewhere around here is another possible spawn location for the treasure trove. I want to say here, but don't quote me. And do check the map if you actually want to be 100% sure you're going to get it. So continuing deeper, we're going to run into some ghost crabs here. So a lot of cold damage, and they do put a decent amount of that cold damage on the floor. I think when they die, yep, looks like their blood is cold. There is also somewhere in here, and I can never remember exactly where. I think it's the next little section up here. There's another hidden cave you can walk into and get some more loot. Again, it's not going to be amazing loot. It's probably not even worth doing, but you know, you're already here. You may as well. Here it is. So hidden remains, and yep, 3 rares. Not even any magic items. But hey, 3 rares, that's some more iron bits. And yes, 1,000,000 and change, or 1,000,003, is a lot of bits. But once you get to level 100 and you start re-rolling set items and stuff, and crafting, 1,000,003 is going to disappear very quickly. Remember when I was playing the Archon, I burned through about 1.5 million credits in about 30 seconds worth of re-rolling set items. So it will go very quickly. Right, I'm pretty sure at this point, you can see the entire map's been uncovered. I'm pretty sure I have been everywhere. I've spawned all the crabs that are hiding under the ground. We will have to wait and see until the quests turn in, but I'm relatively confident we've got them all. You'll see all that cold on the floor. Notice our pets are still pretty much full health. That is because we have more or less maxed out our pets' elemental resistance. Well, actually, not more or less. We have... where is it? Pet bonuses. We have literally maxed out cold resist on the pets. Just going to refresh those. Right, let us... go ahead and kill him. You can burn him down very quickly. Do be aware I don't think he had time to do it, but he will put a green circle on the ground. You do not want to be standing in that, as usual. And make sure you run away when he dies, so you don't get distracted by the shiny on the floor and stand in poison and die. I'm not saying I've done that, but you know, maybe once or twice, maybe even on that specific monster once. You know, not admitting to anything, but it could have happened. Right. As I was saying, as far as I know, I've been everywhere, killed everything, so we're going to head out of here, and we will discover in a few minutes whether I've actually been everywhere and killed everything. This one is a big one. This one got me the first several times, until I decided that I was just going to brute force it. The other one is near the entry. This platform, I think. Where is it? Hang on. No, this section here. So I've already been there. This one was another little area that I missed the first few times through. But it does look like it's fairly obvious, so I think that's just me being stupid. Okay, so we're done in the mine. We have 2 more wards to get to, and I think 2 more groups of travelers. No, just 1 more group of travelers. Again, checking beasts. It is pushing up towards Nemesis. I don't think we're going to get there in Elite, but we will definitely be there in Ultimate. So be ready for Chupacabra in Ultimate difficulty, because he spawns quite frequently around here. So just keep an eye on your map if you're in Ultimate. But yeah, for now, no Kuba. Poweros. Okay, let's get into him. Here's our villagers, who were lost, but now they've been found. And we're going to send them to the cannibals, because we are a good little... well, I don't really know where I'm going with that. Good little cannibal lunch fetches or something? I'm not sure. Alright, Leaf Main Alphas. I think I already have... yep, I've got the horn already. But it does seem like most of them will be dropping that. We needed that. We needed Basilisk Venom, or Venom Gaze Bile, and something else. I forget. I think it's a crafting item. Ancient Heart, maybe. Right, let's go get our last 2 wards, and then we are... we're gonna get to... we should get to Honoured for Barrowholm, which will give us another quest to do. And then we could go back to normal and do the normal Honoured quest as well, which may be a thing I want to do. The Wendigo cult does have rings that I want, but they are not available until level 90. So we will see. What I may actually end up doing, because, so for the, where are they, Barrowholm. So killing Chthonians will give us reputation, and on the way through to Malmo, there's actually a ton of Chthonians to kill. With that in mind, it may be worth doing a few bounties, depending on what we get at Respected. But I think we're going to hit Honored quite easily without even really trying. Alright, here's our ward, so we still need the eastern ward, which is... Remember, it's not particularly east. I guess it is slightly more east than the southern ward. Alright. So that's done. We already have Venom Gaze Bile. So I think we can head back to Barrowholm now. Depending on where you are, when you get the last one of those, you can portal back here to the Rift Gate and run back that way if it's going to be closer. Just so happened that I finished close to the town. So where are the survivors? They ate them. Spoilers, this is a cannibal cult. They ate the survivors. Right, sure, what is it? Okay, I've already dealt with the pests, so I did get all of them in the mine, which is nice. As I said, you can miss them. I have missed them. That's a lot of poison resist. That might actually be the most I've seen on a single item. But that's a lot. Okay, so after having done that, we should be able to pop this chest.
That's locked.
Can't, why not? Okay, we gotta go deal with Laria. Laria is... Where is Laria? I think we go to Ugnenbog and head north. Yeah, there's Laria's den. Now, your choice with Laria. You can either kill her, or you can tell her that the Wendigo cult wants her dead, and she'll kind of run away and play dead. Regardless of what choice you make. And actually, I'm gonna look this up, because I want to know exactly what the reward difference is. I believe it's just reputation for either Barrowholm or the Coven. Where are we? Rewards. Okay, so if you kill Laria, you get minus 250 Coven rep, but she's now a boss that you can kill. And if you let her live and light a score about it, you get a Wendigo spirit, but she's going to die anyway. And then for completing the quest, you get a bunch of XP, 2 Bloods of Chthon, and Barrowholm rep. Now, I also want to check, I'm sorry you're staring at a still screen for the moment, but I want to check what gear she drops. So, Laria the Hexer, notable loot. She has no notable loot, which means she's just someone you can kill. So, I'm going to... I literally don't think it matters. I'm just gonna let her go and get the Wendigo spirit. There's no way I'm gonna farm her, so it doesn't matter to me. Okay. So we'll go collect our reward from Scorv. That should get us to Honored, and then he should give us his next quest. I think he's at the back now, from memory. And as long as we're at the general goods here, let's get rid of all of this rubbish. Okay, we're good to go. So now we can talk to Scorv out the back here. Lie to him, tell her we took care of the witch. Okay, and we're gonna go collect the hearts of these beasts. Now, This one, it's this is a bit of a god dang it kind of thing, because unless you are willing to run through the entirety of all the swamps, all the Gloomwald, all around Barrowholm, you're not going to know where these are. So I'm even going to look it up. So I know there are a few different places that they do spawn, and I'll go through them. So where are we going first? We're going to the Gloomwald Rift, because there are 5 potential spawn locations around the Gloomwald area. And we have to probably hit several of them. Hopefully it'll be the first one I go to, but I wouldn't hold my breath. So if you just follow the road up this way, you will eventually get to a house. At the back of that house is the first potential spawn location. If you have the quest, and you need to have the quest for it to show up on your map, there will be a star on the map. So I can tell that this is not the right place already, because if it was, it would be here, there would be a star on my map. I can also tell that the next potential spawn location is not the one, so it could be here. So here, and here. And then the next one is just to the north here, which I can, again, already see on the map. It ain't there either. So that's 3 of the 5 where it just isn't. I'm gonna grab those. This lore note for my 2000 XP. I actually expected that to be less. So yeah, it could also be, is it just here? No, it's here. So 1, 2, 3. This is your rift, so around here follow the road up to the house, back of the house, just north of the house, and then just north of that. The next place it could be is here, and you can see the star on the map, so it is here. There it goes, so we've got a purple out of that, as well as the quest item, and a Wendigo Claw. What's the purple? Pants. So this is actually not as good as I was expecting it to be. It's a lot of slow resist, but not much else. So that's one other location, and the final location is just here, outside of the stairs down to the, what is that place called? I forget, but you can access it from here. You'll come out here and you can see if the mob you need is there. Since we are in the area, I will be killing this totem. A blueprint, blue item, blueprint for chaos and vitality. Okay. I will pick these up as well, because as I said, we're getting close to the point where I'm going to start crafting a few things every now and then. Right, so that one was Handaroth's Heart. You next have Oliviath's location 1, 2, and 3. The Ugdenbog Rift is where you want to go for the first location. This quest, if you didn't have access to the internet for some reason, this quest would take hours, literally hours. You would have to go through pretty much every single part of the Ashes of Malmo expansion to get here, and it would just be a nightmare. Fortunately, I do have access to the internet, and as you can see, we just killed the boss there. Also got a level, but just here to the south of the Ugdenbog Rift is the first location. The other 2 for Oliviath, I'm not actually going to go there, but I will show you. So if you go to the Barrowholm Rift, you can then head south. So the first location is just here, and then the second location is just here where the witches were being held. So just outside the witches there, And then just up here is the other locations for Olivioth. And then you have Uvaloth, these names I swear, who has 2 different locations. Hang on, where is that? That's pretty close to here from memory. Yeah, so if we go to the Ugdenbog Rift, this is actually the second listed location, but it's sort of right here. Hang on a minute. I've already been there. So does that mean that this could potentially be 2 of them spawn location? That's interesting, I didn't know that. The first listed location, if you go to the Coven's Refuge, you can run directly out the side. Let's fix those skellies. I'll be back to turn all these in at a later date. But basically, Uvaloth is going to be here. So just north of Janaxia's den, or northeast I guess. Ooh. That hurt. Okay. So we're gonna head for Janaxia's den. Skeleton's melting and poison and acid damage. As usual. I checked for that augment I was thinking of. It is actually a level 90 augment for 30% pet poison resist, so unfortunately it's no good for us yet. Right, so Uvaloth should be right here. The fact that I don't see it on the map already is a little bit concerning. Tome of Atonement, fire damage. Okay. Not for this build, but maybe good for someone else. Wendigo Ancient here, where I was expecting Uvaloth to be. With that in mind, I have killed Handaroth, I have killed Olivioth. This is absolutely the location shown in the guide I was looking at. The second location shown is one that we've previously visited, which is interesting because that means there is a third location it could be. I'm gonna reset this just to see if it'll go to one of the 2 locations that are on the guide, and if not, we're going to abandon this and I will go find it. And by abandon I actually mean I'm going to stop recording and go find it. But I'm kind of hoping that if we just reset the client, we can run back out here to the location I was just at, and it might be there. I'm going to be quite upset if I have to go combing through the entirety of the swamp and the jungle and all the rest of it looking for one particular star on a map. Alright. So we're heading back up here again. Hopefully with it being reset, we will get the spawn this time. I will check the other location, and failing that, I'm going to pause recording and go find it. It's here. Okay, good. That's relieving. Alright, so we got his heart, and we dropped some MIs there as well. None of the MIs are ones that I want. The Bound Wraith there is an occultist one, so again, that's not something we're interested in. Right, with that done, we'll go talk to Scorv. This is the Honoured quest for Barrowholm. So, if you're playing along and you really want Barrowholm reputation for some reason, You could go back to normal and do this quest again. I kind of have a feeling that we will be killing more than enough Chthonians to get to Revered without really trying. So, with Revered, we don't need Revered for the ring we want. The rings we want is the Wendigo Conjuring Seal. It's a little bit concerning, the lack of resistances on those, but +2 to raise skeletons, all that fat pet bonus stuff there as well is going to be pretty good. We will have access to that now, without even really trying. So I'm going to turn this in, and then we are going to continue on. I'm not going to go back to normal and do that quest. If we get to, say, 100, and we're still not revered, I may do it. So, okay, that's a relic we already know, and an attribute reset potion. I'm going to not accept this quest, because it requires me to choose which of these three will die, which will summon a different Ravager, depending on which one I pick. And I want to keep him for later. I will probably try and kill him with this build. It should be fairly doable, especially once I get to 100 and farm a proper build. So for right now, leave that alone, and let's go back to the Coven, because we have some quest turn-ins to do, and another quest or two to do. So, Garadia here, there it is, and she's given us the quest to go get the altar. Talk to her again, and she will send you to gather Venom Gaze Bile, which we have, Leafmane Alpha Horn, which we have, and one Ugdenbloom, which we already have. This just happens to be in the bank. So one Ugdenbloom, and now we can turn that in. So yes, here they are. I've already dealt with the plant, not Genaxia. I forget the name of it, but it's dead. Okay, now we go talk to the matron. Where are we up to with Coven? Coven's revered. Alright, so we are done with the Coven. What do we get for being revered? We get a mandate. This one is for alts, so if you want to make another character, you can transfer this through the stash to your level 1 character and use it, and this will give your level 1 character 150% bonus reputation gain for specifically the Coven. So this is for leveling up reputation with second characters, basically. I'm just looking through these blueprints. I don't think there's anything I want here. No. But we do have, where is it? Silveria's Essence. So when we hit level 90, we can throw 1, 2, 3 of these on our rings or our amulets, and that will give us poison and acid resistance, which is really nice. 9% LE res is okay. You have to remember this is basically 9% fire, 9% cold, and 9% lightning, which is pretty good for an augment. Those are generally pretty easy to cap though. 10% pierce and chaos is pretty good as well. And this one is not great. Bleed res is okay, health regen percent is okay. Neither of them are particularly amazing on their own. So, we also get access to the level 90 Coven Lifebinder investments. These are the ones I'm wearing, just with bigger numbers. +3 to raise skeletons, 3 to Call of the Grave, and, 3 to Devouring Swarm, but not using that. And the shoulders here, again, same exact thing, bigger numbers, although only 1% attack speed is, it's not amazing. Whoop, didn't mean to buy that. Yeah, go ahead and have that back. And you know what? You can have all this too. I am aware I sold a blueprint there, but seeing as how it is a blueprint that I already know, I'm not too worried about it. I'm gonna blow up those purples. But yeah, we are done with the Coven for now. What is that, actually? One occultist and one arcanist. Okay. Kind of thinking I want to blow that up as well, but we'll leave it for now. Right, so what do we have left? We have one more quest to... sorry, two more quests. So we can do this quest, which is... you can... you know what, I'm not going to do it. So this one, you can... the quest is to restore 3 wards. One of them is here, one of them is here, one of them is down here. It doesn't take long, but then you come back and you do a ritual here where you fight a whole bunch of stuff, and that's it. Alright, I am gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I hate this quest, I really do. Right, so first ward's over here, you fight the trapped wraith, then from there you can cleanse the ward. Okay, you don't even have to click on it. That's nice. But these quests are meh. Pointless now. Right, so he gave us a serrated spike, 5 scrap, and some reputation we can't use. We're gonna head out here into the swamp, kill those 2 ghosts, and then come back. Then we'll do the other quest, because why not? Why not? Okay, you can see on the map the star there. Come up here, 1,000,000 plants. Where is he? There he is. Alright, he's dead. Ward restored. Let's go get the other one. It's down here somewhere. Just look for the star, you'll find it. It's along the south edge. Here we go. That is a little bit scary, all of those leaf mains all together. Alright, third one is done. So we go back to the Coven and we talk to old mate, Matron Malostria. She'll say, hey, good job, do you want to help with this ritual? We'll say yes, we'll fight some stuff, it'll be a grand old time. What did we actually get? A skeleton key, okay. Alright, here we go. Begin the ritual. So our job is just to protect her, which basically means kill all this stuff before it kills her. There should be, I think, one more wave. Here we go, this guy here. Okay, what do we get for it? 2 blues, neither of which are particularly amazing. 3 greens, same. And if we talk to her... okay, so we got a purple ring. Glyph of Kelfatzoth. Powers you and your minions with the power of a storm. Okay. So that will convert damage away from Aether and to lightning, which is not what we want. But basically, this is the end of the Coven questline. As I said, we were revered before we did it, so it's not really a big deal. The Barrowholm, now that we're honoured, I will actually do this. I am going to go buy the writ for them. because we will be getting a lot of our reputation for them from doing, from killing Chthonians, it's definitely worth it to speed that up a little bit. Since the Chthonians themselves don't have any MIs that I'm interested in, I'm likely not going to be farming them. So we will kill fewer of them than on, for example, a Force Wave soldier playthrough. So here, by the writ. And do they have any other interesting things? A +1... Okay, Vitality and Bleeding Res. Not really amazing. Vitality's well over cap. Bleeding is one that's not capped in Ultimate for us though, so I'm gonna buy... No, I'm not. That's level 90. Never mind. You know what? I will buy it. I won't be able to wear that until level 90, so by then I should have another Lunar Valgus Waste Guard, or potentially just bought a better one. These are weapon augments without any pet stuff, so they're no good for us. So we'll leave that alone. But these Wendigo Conjuring Seals are going to be pretty good. Right, so eat that, eat that. Do we have any other honoured that I want to buy reputation gain for? Death's Vigil, not really. And the Outcast, definitely not. I have done absolutely nothing for the Outcast aside from go and talk to her in normal. I did none of her quests, and this is where we are, sort of towards the end of Elite. And we have Chthonians coming up, we have Ethereals coming up, and we have all of Ultimate to kill both of them as well. This will get to Revered with no effort at all, so I care not at all for the Outcast. Death's Vigil, we will get there as well. So killing Ethereals, which we're about to do an entire city full of Ethereals, this will get to Revered pretty quickly as well. The only ones I'm actually interested in is the Cult of Bismiel and the Cult of Soleil, which we will probably do Forgotten Gods just for the reputation, honestly. But with that said, video's pushing 45 minutes already, so I'm going to cut it out here. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all on the next one, and goodbye for now.